Hello again. I am your stage manager, aka Penny Lane. Welcome back from the Lot to the Pit with Penny Lane, episode 2. I want to thank all of my friends and Wook family for all of your support. Not that it makes it any less scary. It's just nice to have you guys all in my corner. I've gotten some great feedback from everyone. The reactions from all of you have been amazing. So happy for you. This is right up your alley with all the people you know. I'm surprised you didn't do this long ago. So thank you guys. So many good vibes. I am a very lucky soul to have all of you. Please continue to share my socials and my channel, and let's keep this momentum going. So we are going to dive into our theme for today's episode. We are diving into this bluesy rocker realm. If you check out my Facebook page, you will see some posts about Marcus King and Neil Francis. They have been on tour together with opener comedian Dean DELRAY. Thinking outside of the box, this was a great team up. The raw, audience relatable comedian Dean DELRAY is in a league of his own. I am sure we will see bigger things from him soon. He reminds me of the dude at the bar that if you start shit with him, he jokes his way out of getting his ass kicked and will still leave with your girlfriend or partner or whatever. So make sure you check him out. He's a great comedian. The tour adds some chill vibes with Neil Francis. I can't really describe his genre. It's a bluesy with a rocker twist, kills it on the keys, gets jammy, all with this retro sound. So super funky. I think you'll love it. Neil Francis is the front man with gentle vocals and stellar keyboard playing. Kellen Borsma on guitar. He seems to be the serious one of the group, but really can deliver some deep chords and keep you intrigued. Mike Starr on bass with his curly locks, giving that 80s Dave Mustaine vibe. But after learning his name, I have to be honest, he holds an odd resemblance to the late Mike Starr of Alice in Chains. Google that shit. Maybe you won't think so, but seriously, I think it does. So seriously, Mike, you are a rad bassist, so let's get you an online presence so we don't think you're a dead guy, because I wanted to look you up and look a little history up, and it kept coming up with Mike Starr from Alice in Chains. So keep doing what you're doing. Let's get you an online presence. Colin O'Brien on drums. Let me tell you, this guy loves what he does. Smiling, beating the snot out of that drum head. He kept the show's energy alive. He really loves what he does. Neil, thank you for interacting with my posts. I really do appreciate it. If you can tag all the boys in my posts as well, I'd love to give them their props on the page as well. So Neil is a Chicago-based singer-songwriter that has worked with Grammy Award winner Dave Friedman. He did work with the Flaming Lips, who I grew up on. So I get the punky vibe, and to make it relatable to Neil's music, I feel like that was a perfect fit, and really meant a lot that he worked with him, for me anyway. Flaming Lips was a big punk band that I listened to back in the day. Neil faced his demons of addiction and came out the other side with a musical sense of autonomy, powerful writing, lyrics that conveyed pain, recovery, and the journey of his life. So thank you for sharing that with us, Neil. I hope to see more from you for sure. You can see Neil and his band coming to the historical Thalia Hall in Chicago, March 24th. So a few months online, get your tickets. 8 p.m., 17 plus show. If you haven't been to Thalia Hall for a show, you need to check it out. I will post some links of the bio from the 1892 theater. Thalia Hall is also home of the Rock and Roll Playhouse. They do Fish for Kids, Dead for Kids. You can make it a family affair. We took the kids out there for Fish for Kids, and Helping Friendly Orchestra was actually the band for it. So super cool experience. You should check it out. I will tag links below for more info to Thalia Hall, tickets and events. I will also include links to get tickets for Neil's upcoming show, that there's a 75% chance I will also be there. Thalia Hall is between near the lower west side of Chicago, north of the Pilsen neighborhood. So now on to Marcus King. Marcus King Band, we are going to actually start off with Jack Ryan on drums. just kick ass. His soul is in it, folks. Definitely makes you feel like your heart is outside of your body. Next is Steve Campbell on bass. Super funky, jazzy groove. Even though bassists are underrated, I would love to see more solos from this cat. He got super groovy that night that I saw them live. Then we have Justin J.J. Johnson on trumpet and trombone with Chris Spies on sax. Together they transport you back to this like old jazz club. They feed off of each other and really bring the show home. Dane Farnsworth on keys. From organ to piano, he's got all the feels. I'm a sucker for great keys, and Dane's talent haunts the theater in the best way imaginable. Also, Drew Smithers on guitar. He actually jumped on tour after his band Bishop Gunn opened for Marcus at a blues festival. He's a remarkable guitar player who has played with legends. He went to school for music at Columbia College in Chicago. His chemistry with Marcus is super undeniable. I hope to see Marcus adopt him for more shows. Now on to the king himself. Marcus King is the frontman of this band and really will blow your mind to see live. His vocals are that of an old soul. I'm going to say that like 10 times and just going to let you know. Like, he started when blues were created. His guitar playing is by far sheer talent and mesmerizing. He's younger than my oldest daughter at 26 years young, has the talent and vibe of that old soul from Greenville, South Carolina, where he started in gospel roots with his grandfather, who was locally popular at his time. Playing since he was a kid, he's honed in his talents with influences like Southern jam rock of the Allman Brothers, the jazzy blues of B.B. King, and old outlaw country of Waylon and Morrill. He has worked with the Black Keys, which gave him a huge boost because people got to see him, and I'm glad that got out there because he's really a great talent. He recently sat in with Phil Lesh and Friends at the Capitol Theater. He added that perfect Allman Brothers style twang with his own psychedelic riffs that the show needed to make it really raw. I will include the link for the Phil Lesh and Friends show where Marcus King did Mr. Fantasy. Me just saying that resonates the lyrics that he did in my head right now. It was extremely haunting and epic. Make sure you check it out. Marcus embraces the epitome of what he wants to convey. He has collabed with so many names. G Love, I loved him working with him. I know Garrett, he's a great guy, and musically I can see that matchup, just more stuff in the future. He's built a name for himself, and I believe he will be up there with old legends and new chart-topping artists alike. So remember his name. Check out some shows. I will include links to his tour dates in the bio and also on my socials. Marcus, I really love you guys, and I hope you don't stop what you're doing. So now we are going to continue a Marcus King vibe a little bit in here and some other stuff mixed in. So we're going to go to our next section, which is our Shakedown Lowdown. So I'm not quite at the point of covering actual show run shakedowns yet. So in the meantime, I am going to share some friend and family artist pages. And today I want you to meet my girl, CARRIE SECKLIN. She's not actually here, but you'll meet her someday. She'll be on. She owns Phan of Life Studios, and See the Light Massage and Energetic Healing. I met her close to about a year ago through my brother from another mother, Andy. We all were meeting up for lunch at Chiba Hut, actually, after a Billy Strings show at the Sylvie. He invited all of us to have lunch. Andy told me I would absolutely love her and told me about this Reiki sesh he had with her that it brought him to tears. When I met her, I automatically loved her. Fast forward after that to about 6 months ago or so, I was kind of dragging around some heaviness in my soul, and I ended up doing an off-site Reiki sesh with her. I'm not kidding you. I woke up the next day feeling lighter, a huge weight off my shoulders, a clear mind, and it was almost like I got a reset button for my spirit. So not only is she spiritually in touch, she's a music lover who expresses her passion through art. After talking to her actually this weekend, we did an event together, and she's going to be combining these pages we're going to talk about. So if you watch this in the future, this is, a couple months down the line, a year down the line, and you look up Fan of Life or any of her other pages, it's spelled PHAN. So it'll probably be Fan of Life or Fan of Life Studios, but they'll all probably be combined with her healing pages as well. So make sure you guys check that out. Her Fan of Life page is a metal sign company that kind of celebrates life. Pick your category and celebrate it. Example, celebrate lyrics. Metal signs that convey your favorite lyrics in a classy vibe. These are beautiful and so well designed. If you don't know what to get your music lover fan in your family or friends, because they have everything, you need to check out her metal signs. They range in different sizes, great prices, and I cannot express this enough. They are not clip art. They are her own design. So that is super important. Don't fall for those clip art people who are going to charge you an arm and a leg to do something that you can order yourself and make yourself. This is her art. Fan of Life page is the ultimate page for truly creative, must-have show accessories and art, patches, glasses, jewelry, bags, pins, mugs, art pieces, and so much more. She truly puts her heart and soul into these projects. Log on and get some stuff for you and a friend, and you will not regret it. Lastly, her other site is See the Light Massage and Energetic Healing. Carrie is also a certified massage therapist in Swedish Lomi Lomi, sports, lymphatic massage, also Reiki, and cranial sacral energy work. The experience with her is life-changing. She's just north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but travels too. So make sure you give her a call for a sesh. I will attach Carrie's links in the info below and on my socials. Next part, travel, just the tips. So I'm not going to really talk about the Marcus King traveling to that because really I didn't travel for it. So this is travel, just the tips from this past weekend. I did 2 Billy String shows, one in Kalamazoo and one in Saginaw, Michigan. My first tip is I don't really recommend the Red Roof Inn off of Cork Street in Kalamazoo. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really great. Brittany at the front desk was pretty much the best thing ever. She was the sweetest, kind. She was the best thing about the hotel. But it wasn't terrible. I just wouldn't recommend it. But the hotel next door was super rad. I mean, literally next door. You can walk to it. Some of my Wisco buds were staying at the Avid Hotel on Cork Street. Brittany, you should go apply over there. And it was super nice. The staff literally let us hang out in their super trendy lobby. We drank tequila and ate snacks and laughed until 3 a.m. So thanks to my girls, Jess and Angel and Cass, for time to remember. I'm going to tell you a little story really quick. So we had left the venue and we took Cass's car. And Cass has got one of those keyless entries. And you have to have the fob with. So we leave the venue. We're going to find a bar, but it's Thursday. Can't find a bar. So we're going to go back to the hotel, check out the scene, see what's going on there. And when we get there, people are hanging out, on lawn chairs outside, inside the lobby. So we decide we're going to run to the liquor store, get some snacks, get some booze, and just hang out. So Cass decides that she's going to go run up and use, the ladies' room, but decides, I'm going to stay here, you guys go. So now we lose Cass, and her key is with her. So we go to the liquor store, and as I don't realize this, so as I hit the button, I say, oh, we need Cass for the key. So I really don't recommend keyless entry cars in leaving your friends. But my tip for this is to make sure you leave the car running. When in doubt, leave the damn car running, because we ended up having to wake up Cass because she actually crawled into bed and Ubering her to the liquor store to come get us. So I don't recommend that part, but I do recommend leaving the car running, because if you leave it running, you can go anywhere. So there's that. So that's my tip on that side. Also on night 2, we came into Saginaw to the Super 8 Motel, and just run. Have no words, just run for the hills. So my tip of the day on that one is, just so you're aware, some hotels, so like say that you put in that you want 2 beds, if they don't have that available, they have like a button that you select that, makes it faster process. This button actually makes it so if they don't have your room, they bump you to a new date. If it's not available. So beware of buttons and dates and when you're hitting confirm, because I didn't and didn't even realize. I'm like, doon, just trying to book this. This is great. And I end up getting booked on the next week. It was truly divine intervention. I canceled my reservation and booked at the Ramada by Wyndham in Saginaw at 3325 Davenport Avenue in Saginaw. This is an older hotel, but in great shape. Not gross, thanks Zeus. First of all, Nautica at the front desk was amazing. She greeted my look overall wearing ass with a smile and compliments. They'll get you everywhere. She was knowledgeable, so sweet, and super fast check-in. Second, the neighbors at dispensary. Lumi. And Michigan's taxes on it are super easy on the pocketbook. So, Lumi, same parking lot. Can't beat it. Also in the same parking lot, there's a few dollar stores and for staples you need, and huge women's clothing store where everything's $10.99. I'm not kidding. It's called Simply 10. Everything there was under $10.99 or less. So one of my tips for this episode is when you are booking a hotel, make sure that these things are around you. Check. Look at the area. You want to make sure it's kind of busy so it's safer. You're not in the backwoods, out, by some seedy truck stop. So having like little stores by you or local pubs and restaurants where you can walk to and you don't need to Uber are super nice. Which brings me on to my next thing. Thirdly, we didn't have to Uber or drive to the venue. I didn't need to take my own car, which I did have. We didn't have to Uber because we were drinking. The hotel shuttled all of us that were staying there for $15 for all of us, van full of people. But of course we gave them more. But it was the best perk to have when you need a designated driver. So props to Ramada for keeping us all safe. That was awesome. Fourth, they had biscuits and gravy on the continental brekkie. So I don't think I need to say any more about that. It's biscuits and gravy. Thank you all at the Saginaw Ramada. Y'all get 5 stars as people and as a company. If any was in the area for a show or anything else, this is a definite book and be happy with your choice kind of place. So on to the next part. We are going to get on to Please Get Out. No, I'm waiting for the set list. We're going to break down some music. And because this episode's theme is actually Marcus King, we're going to chat about a couple of his jams. First, I want to talk about a song from one of his first albums, Soul Insight, which is probably up there in my favorites of him for sure. It's an album full of dark poetry, set to a bluesy rock theme, lyrics of pain and experience, all sheer talent right out of the gate. He made an album just great, right out. I want to talk about a song from that album called Fraudulent Waffle. I mean, it's got a cool name. It's 5 minutes and 20 seconds of instrumental storytelling, a roller coaster ride of tunes that will make you feel like you're in that scene from Natural Born Killers where Mickey and Mallory are in the convertible and there's like a movie scene behind them with like a dragon. It's all emotional. All the emotions of profound lyrics without saying a word. Like you're running down the street trying to find your own self. And then with about 1:45 left, it comes down a notch and then you catch your breath. I got excited just talking about it because I freaking love that song so much. And gospel organ gives you peace, bringing you into the smooth guitar closer with a few notes and that reverb that just kind of resonates with you. And then you just can't help it and you hit replay because it's that great. The other jam is off his new album, Young Blood, which is a great album, rockery album, not my favorite album of his because I like his storytelling, which still does that in this, but this is more rockery. It's definitely more upbeat, which is great for his progression. This song on it that I really love is called Rescue Me. I interpret this jam as a thank you letter to whomever picked him up from a bad road. And at 26, he has had some ups and downs, and I feel like this is an answered cry for help that is like so relatable for so many, yet he gets to lyrically and musically be grateful. Although it starts off almost getting rescue from the high that took him away from the pain, then something or someone else breaks his dark cycle, which I actually assume is his fiance Briley Hussey, also an amazing singer and beautiful soul inside and out. Me and Briley are going to be BFFs, I promise. Marcus has a way of melting his own life experiences into a story and casting the vibe that makes you feel like you can break through your own demons and your own lows. I will attach links to these songs and other Marcus Tune Gems that will have you wanting to see him live for sure. It's an amazing experience. I want to kind of stick to the vibe and recommend some music that I feel is, when I hear Marcus King, I feel these vibes of these songs, other songs too, but these kind of stick out. Highwaymen by Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, best songwriter of all time, Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash. Also, Broken Window Serenade by Whiskey Meyer. We are going to touch back on Whiskey Meyer in the spring. They always come to Chicago around April, around my birthday, because I went to go see them for my birthday, and they usually have the same weekend show in Chicago, and they're like a southern rock band with some modern twist, kind of like Sturgill Simpson, but with more of a southern rock twist, with a little Father John Misty mixed in there. Next part, we are going to call a friend and sing a song. This is where we talk about the people we meet from the lot to the pit. So the friends that I've met along the way lately. So at the Marcus King show, I actually met a couple that the wife was an emergency room nurse who worked with rape victims. I'm not going to get super dark here, but just awesome revelation. She chases music as her escape from her daily reality. She was an amazing chick, super fun to ride the rail with, and I wish I remembered your name, girl, because I think you got some really great shots that night, and I really like to see them. I hope to catch you at another Marcus King show soon. This weekend, I did Kalamazoo and Saginaw, Michigan Billy String shows. Thursday at the Wings Event Center, and Friday at the Dow Event Center. Hung out with some hometown Wisco crew, Jess, Angel, and Cass. I will have hotel nachos with you anytime. Maybe I'll get those pictures up on my Facebook page so you can see the craziness that I was talking about. My road dog and soul sister, CARRIE. We met another great chick at our hotel that we kind of adopted her for the night. Her name was Ashley, and she gifted us these koozies. And it says, "Pick banjos, not fights." I love this. This is gonna go everywhere with me. We had a solid post-up game with new Facebook page ads. Brian Fallon, Stephanie Renee, Liz, which on here is Taki Pa, Lindsay, and her friend who I adored, but I forgot her name. So make sure you add her, Lindsay, so that I can get the pictures that she took too as well. But I couldn't ask for a better post-up crew. We shared great jams, dead tour stories. You guys were great. Actually, Stephanie Renee met a gentleman in line that night who had an article from when Billy was like 6, and he did a show with him. It was actually in the paper, and he had the newspaper clipping with him. So he was super proud of it. He wanted to show Billy. So if anyone knows who this is and can get a hold of this gentleman, I'd like to chat him up, maybe share it on my page, and I'd like to post an article as well. Luckily, I didn't have to use my shush card, this one right here. I got to hand them out to people to use on other people, which everyone loved and seemed to adore the idea, and one girl gave it like right next to us to a person immediately. So thank you for all your support, everyone. Social media ads and follows. Your support is so appreciated. And I hope to see you backwards down the number line. And we're going to close this out, and we're going to keep this under 30 minutes, which I'm super proud that we're doing. So to close out this episode, I'd like to actually mention, since I'm doing this Almost Famous vibe, kind of, I should mention that there is a version of Almost Famous musical on Broadway. I will post links below to help support them. Just an FYI, Joni Mitchell went, and she said she loved it. I don't really know much about the show. I'm not really into musicals, to be honest, but I would really like to see this one since I'm sporting the Penny Lane vibe here. I really hope you all check out Marcus King Band, Neil Francis, Dean DELRAY. Such talent, I have to share. Check out my girl CARRIE and her Fan of Life companies and massage and Reiki practice. Please follow my socials for more info, links, pictures, and videos. And thank you for tuning in from the lot to the pit. I'm Penny Lane, and I will see you there with one finger in the air, and try not to step on your best friend's feet. Thank you, guys.